What's up, guys? Today I'm showing you guys the Blue Crab XP grind. This is the one I fished when I was here, and basically I'm just going to give you guys a little walkthrough on how to do it. I'm going to give you the setups and everything, and although this is a one that's a little more expensive, it is definitely worth it. So let's get into it. These are all the fish species that they have listed. I know they have more, but I don't know what's going on. But first you're going to go to your shop. Now everything in total is 550k, but that's for all 4 reels, and that's all the stuff that is your level that you should buy. To start off, you're going to want to buy a match rod. I like to use 4 of these. I use the Majesty 11.5 level 53, so you unlock it before you unlock Blue Crab. It's a good rod. It can basically catch every fish there. And then you're going to go to your spinning reels, go all the way to page 10 and go down to the Empress 6000. This matches up perfectly with the Majesty 11.5 and is great to catch these fish. Now you're going to go back to your shop, go to your lines, go down to braid, and once you get to braid, you're going to scroll through and get to level 49, I believe, and get the braid that is 57 pounds. I like this one because it doesn't really snap easily. So once you equip that to your rod, next you're going to do is you're going to go over and you're going to look at your hooks. But of course you have to put a bobber on your rod first. It doesn't really matter what bobber, but I like to use the pear-shaped bobbers. I just like them better. They're easier to see in the waters. Doesn't matter which color, it's just based on your opinion. Okay, now that you have your bobber equipped, you're going to go to your hooks. Now, you could use regular hooks. I recommend a 10-aught or 8-aught, not a 9, just 10 or 8. I'm going to buy 10 of those because you shouldn't be breaking off that much. But if you really want the most XP, then you're going to have to spend your bait coins. Now, this is where you get the most XP. If you go to your shop, go to barbless hooks, and you want to get barbless hooks because they give you a boost in XP, but they do cost 3 bait coins. But if you get barbless, same thing, 10 or 8-aught. Now let's go to baits. Go down to saltwater baits, and shrimp work well, but I would use finger mullet and shrimp I like a lot. You could also use the large minnows or the shiners. I've had a good bit amount. Buy 100 of the finger mullet to start off with. 100 finger mullet to start off with will give you some leverage to catch 100 fish. But every time you buy bait, buy at least 100 of each bait that you're buying. Now you go down to fresh baits, and as you can see, you can buy large minnows. Those are cheaper than the finger mullet. But again, buy 100 of them because, you catch a lot of fish at Blue Crab. But 100 of those will tie you down for, again, 100 fish. And on top of that, you can go over and buy shiners as well. And for the shiners, of course, again, you're going to want to buy 100 of them. Now equip all your baits, whatever baits you choose, to be honest. Just equip the baits that you want to use. I also like using the scaled sardines and the crab. Those work well, but you get those at, I believe, level 55. Now, another thing you're going to need for blue crab is a rod holders. The rod holder I recommend is the quad rod holder because you can hold 4 poles. The more poles, the higher chance of fish. And it's a good investment because you can use it on almost every map. Now, another thing you're going to want to buy is a good keep net. I would say buy the highest keep net you can possibly get because the keep nets matter based on the size of the fish you can keep and how much weight of fish you can keep before you have to change your days. Another key thing to buy is a good rod holder. Or the rod cases, because you want to get the highest rod case you possibly can get, which I would assume you already have because it carries more rods, more lines. Another thing you want to get is the biggest tackle box you can get, because it can hold more terminal tackle and more lines. The bigger one you get. Higher the level, the bigger you get. Okay, now we travel to Blue Crab. We're going to spawn at the boat dock. The first spot is literally just off of the boat dock. You just place down your rod holder, just like I do, and you cast out to that little stump in the water. Change your leader length to 20 inches on all your rods. Trust me. These are all the markers I use. These are all my tarpon, my drum. Big fish come out of here. Now I'm going to hop on my boat. I'm going to speed it up. This is the second spot. This is the most well-known. We call this the money hole. You set your rod stand down in the water, and you basically just fish out right in front of you. It's easy. You catch big fish. The shrimp work well over here. Every bait works over here very good. So I would recommend this one on peaks. Now I'm going to get back in my boat. See you guys back at the dock. Now for the last spot, you have to turn around on the dock and walk up these steps. Head over to this house, go to your right, and near this bush you want to put your rod stand down and cast straight out. Over here you catch striped bass, drum, all the same stuff you catch at the other spots. This spot is a little slower, but it's always fun to fish for striped bass over here. If you guys want a bass guide on this map too, please let me know. But this is one of my favorite spots for striped bass on this map. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.